Good morning and welcome back to another Chatting with Wisdom. I am Gigadomi Gwinkwe, which means Talking Feather Woman, and I am your host. And I'm also known as Rolila, Holistic Life and Wellness Coach. In this quick update, I'm introducing Phoebe Leona, who is one of our speakers for our 6th annual Women Inspiring Women Conference for March 2023. And if you've been following this over the last 22 days, she is our final speaker that is going to be introduced today. So this annual conference is a 3-day virtual event meant to provide transformation and connection to women around the world. The Nomad Collective offers transformational experiences within and around the world to guide you on a deeper journey of living a fuller life with more joy, gratitude, confidence, love, and connection. One of their services is Phoebe's unique embodiment practice, MV. I'm assuming that it means movement. So MVT 109 is, and so yes, you put it in brackets afterwards. So Movement 109 offers safe spaces for people to come back into their bodies and know that it can be a safe place to be in and feel free once again. We will guide you to no longer carry the heavy burden of past traumas or even the daily stresses to keep you from living in the present. We teach you that you no longer need to run around with unnecessary busyness or spend hours sucked into distraction in order to fill some void or avoid themselves. So when we come home to our bodies, we discover we have a choice in how we perceive our world, how we manifest our world, and how we vibrate in our world. So during this conference, Phoebe will be sharing Our Body Knows, Embrace Your Story. So welcome, Phoebe. How are you?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you. I'm very well.
So did I say that right? So MVT 109 is Movement 109?
Exactly.
So I love that. I love how that connects. And we'll talk a little bit more about who you are. But one of the things that is really cool is that usually at every conference, I have 2 or 3 people who do movement, and you are the only speaker who is actually doing movement. So I love it. So I think that that's incredible that you are going to be able to help get the bodies up and moving while we are in this 3-day conference. So tell me, where are you from?
Where am I from? That's a hard loaded question because I'm a nomad. But I am currently I'm here in the Hudson Valley in New York. And I grew up outside of Washington, D.C. in Maryland.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Hence the name of your business, Nomad Collective.
Exactly.
Beautiful. So tell me one quirky or unusual thing about yourself.
One quirky, unusual thing about myself. I don't know if it's quirky, but I love dancing. It's been something that I've done. My mom always jokes that I was dancing before I walked because I would jump around in the Jolly Jumper to the music. And so that's really been the thing that's been the thread throughout my life, that I always go to. I mean, if I'm stressed, you'll probably see me moving around and dancing around and trying to like work things out through my body. And so, people kind of know me for that, of just always moving and doing things like this to get the energy flowing.
Beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is, it may be something that other people do not do. However, maybe after the talk, maybe more people will actually do this.
Yeah.
So that is incredible. And I love that. So why did you sign up to be a speaker for this year's conference?
We connected on the Serving Circle, I think it was just a month or 2 ago. And I really was drawn to your energy specifically. And then when I heard about this Women Inspiring Women, I love that idea because there's such a big paradigm shift that's happening now, where women are receiving the power back, and not to have a power over, but to power with. And I want to be part of that movement. And whenever I'm seeing things like this, like conferences like this, like spaces that we are empowering each other, I feel that I need to be there and help that movement in some way, be of service.
And I love that because like that is something that is so well needed. And I've had guests on my podcast as well as throughout for the speakers that are actually coming into this space. And that's one of the things that is incredible. And I love how the universe just puts things together, right? So
Mhm.
I put out the application and put out the application request, and then we have a team of women who actually go through the applications to decide who's going to be live and who's going to be recorded. And so they do like all of that stuff. And so when everything came together and we had 22 speakers, it was like, wow, like the universe has a message because we've got 22 women that are coming and joining this space and being able to share their wisdom and their knowledge and their experiences where um, different years have been different numbers, but this year it was
Mm.
22. And it was like,
Mhm.
okay, this is like the perfect number. And then we
Mhm.
had some speakers who were not going to be available to do a recording, only to be able to do the live. That was a choice that the speakers had. And so what was really incredible is that all the speakers that applied were able to still participate because the ones that said, I only want to be able to do the live because the committee didn't know who those
Mm.
people were. And so what was really interesting is that they had chosen them to be the live speakers already anyway, because I was going through the list so that I can say if somebody hadn't, that I would have opted to give them the option to do the recording. And it was like none of them. So like the universe completely pulled all this together and made sure that
Beautiful.
everybody lined up exactly where they needed to be. And same as the schedule. So the schedule ended up being lined up perfectly where, because normally every year I'm juggling people around to make sure that the topics are either so that they're matching a little bit or so that they kind of go with each other, or if they're complete opposites, that we're not taking people from one realm to the other realm, that kind of thing. So I try really hard to kind of keep all that together. But the universe put all of that together. And it was
Mm.
like, so when I was going through the flow, it was like, because again, it was making sure that people had times because of their time zones and making sure that everybody was aligned, and everybody was aligned perfectly with where it needed to be. And then when you actually look at the list of speakers on each day, it's like, wow, like it is incredible. And I love that.
Mm. Love that too.
So it is incredible, and I love being able to do that. And like I said, typically we have more than one speaker that comes forward that does movement, and you're the
Mhm.
only one that is going to be doing movement. And so we have you on
Okay.
Saturday midday
Yeah.
that will allow people to get up and start moving. And so on the other days, then I will get them up and start moving. We've got a playlist of music that we will get people up moving and doing a dance party and things like that.
Awesome.
So of course, music.
Yes. Awesome. I love it.
Music is definitely the key to much of it, right? So
Yeah.
that resonance and being able to connect. So do you have something that you wanted to be able to share before we head out this morning, Phoebe?
Yeah, I would just say if you're coming to the conference and you're looking and if you're somebody that tends to shy away from the movement, to lean in with curiosity and come with absolutely no expectation. I'm definitely going to share a bit on the front end of my own story and how the body really speaks to us all the time and giving us these messages. And really, what the second part will be is the movement practice of understanding that these messages that are coming through us are really here essentially to be a messenger, right? They're not bad, especially if you have the sensation of pain or illness or injury. These aren't bad. They're just simply messages that want to be seen, heard, and felt. And so we're going to dive into this exploration and then kind of move the energy in the body and just start to witness it from a slightly different perspective that maybe you haven't done before. And so, as I said before, if you look at that and you're like, oh, I don't want to dance or I don't want to move my body. I don't know what this is, this movement 109. Just come with absolutely no curiosity. I mean, with no expectation, full on curiosity. And you don't even, if you tend to be shy in your body, just come and watch and witness because there's medicine in witnessing others and hearing their wisdom. And you might hear something and receive something, whether it's in my talk or anybody else's talk this weekend, where there's going to be something that resonates deeply within you, and it might be in the most unexpected places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really is. So our early bird will be closing technically tomorrow. So today's February 15th. And so today's the last day for the early bird. So sometime tomorrow after Phoebe has been introduced, it will be closing. So talk to everybody soon. Bye for now.